Hello everyone, I'm Joshua Stauffer, and I'm back with another video tour of Park City Center in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Today we're going to take a look at the Boscov's Mall. Well, first we'll start in the South Mall, then work our way through the Boscov's wing, and we'll finish in the East Mall. Now, back in the 70s, when this was considered the Mall of Four Seasons, the Boscov's Mall was known as the Summer Mall. Now that restaurant on the right, there's going to be, I think a Brazilian steakhouse or something coming soon. Well, that was originally TGI Fridays when I was a kid. Coming soon, Brazilian steakhouse. The Gaucho's Way, never heard of them before. Let's see, that little space there, I think was the nail division. Sure what was there. That Bath & Body Works came a little later. I don't think that was there when I was a kid. Silver Moon Gallery. Not a whole lot I remember about this wing. Okay, now this Verizon on the corner here, this was the original location of Zales Jewelers before they moved to the Bonton Mall. And Lush Cosmetics right there, that was Cinnabon right there. It still is Cinnabon, but they moved to the middle of the center court now at the tower. Now we're entering the Boscov's Mall. Yeah, the counter for Cinnabon was right there. And that Pandora was Bostonian when I was a kid. I'm reading off of a phone book map from 2002, seeing which stores were where. This Bath & Body Works space appears to be empty on this old map. White Barn Candle, this was a store called 579. Showcase, looks like this was Journeys. Hot Topic? Oh, this was the old Bath & Body Works, okay. Hey, Claire's is still in the same spot, what do you know? That Claire's has been there for years. American Eagle Outfitters, it looks like this was the old Hot Topic and a store called Foot Action, as well as Hush Puppies. Yeah, I think Hush Puppies is in the T-Mobile spot, actually. Let's see, is the Children's Place next? Yes, it is. The Children's Place has been heavily renovated. It didn't look anything like that when I was a kid, but it was in that spot. There used to be another FYE store in this Zoomies spot here. Spencer Gifts, still in the same location there. The PacSun, that was Parade of Shoes and Deerskin Leather. And there is the Boscov's. They got here a little early just as they were opening. Bob Sports, that's been there for 25 years. And down here is the entrance in the south parking lot right next to Boscov's. Now over here on the right, where the wall is red, there's a restaurant there. It used to be called Damon's Grill. Let's see, what restaurant is this now? Something totally different. I'll see the sign in a minute. The name, can't forget the name. Oh, Shogun Japanese Restaurant, that's what it is. Japanese Steakhouse, okay. That red door is still original from Damon's Grill. I still remember the TV commercial for Damon's Grill. We're cooking together at Damon's Grill, or something like that. Haven't seen that ad in a long time. And I turn around and they just opened the gates to Boscov's. This Boscom still has the original logos on it. And if you look up there, That used to be a balcony for Boscov's greenery restaurants. And I forgot to mention, before Boscov's was here, when the mall was first built in the 70s, this was Gimbel's. It was a branch of the Gimbel's chain based out of Philadelphia. And then later, in the early 80s, it became Pomeroy's for a short while. And then, in 1988, it became what is now Boscov's. And here's a staircase leading up to the former restaurant. And down below, there's the green carpets that used to be in the restaurant dining room. Inside Boscov's, the former restaurant space is now the bargain outlet. Now this store here is very nice. This is a local home decor store called Christmas Tree Hill. They're based out of York. Ain't that a fancy storefront? And they're open all year round, and they don't have just Christmas stuff. They got like seasonal decor for all occasions. And there it is, Christmas Tree Hill. Very lovely store. And yes, that's been there since I was a kid. So let's see what's on the other side here. Okay, that space is empty right now, but that was Lerner, New York. I forget what became after that, but that's what it was back in the day. Kayan. This was the Picture People. This store here, American Outfitters, is now Miniso. I know later on it became Eastern Mountain Sports. The old Eddie Bauer store is now Charlotte's Russie. Buckleby. I believe this might have been the Disney store. Expressman. This was the old PacSun back when it used to be called Pacific Sunwear. And then there was GNC, General Nutrition. That's Journeys now. The current Journeys. And then Victoria's Secret Beauty, they had a little shop there. And there's a little corridor to the restrooms. Aeropostale, that was Gap Kids and Baby Gap, which also has an entrance in the East Mall, which we'll see in a minute. We used to shop there a lot when I was a kid for my school clothes. Michael Kors at the very end, that was San Francisco Music Box. Now we're heading into the East Mall. Michael Kors. I believe the first thing on the right we'll see here is the other end of Aeropostale. Yep, that was the back entrance to Gap Kids, right by those coin-operated rides. The rides they have different rides now than they had back then when I was little, but they were right here, I remember. I do remember the ice cream truck though. They had a similar one to this down in the food courts back in the day. It accepts cards now, except instead of coins. The other buttons are still the same though. And once again, here's the other end of the restroom hallway. What do we have here? Gem nails. At the end here on the right was Gentle Dental. And at the very end, there used to be the China Orchid Restaurant. I don't know if you noticed on the other side, but where Forever 21 used to be, which was originally CVS and Walden Books, that closed recently, and now it's going to become, I think, Urban Planet. I know it's not Urban Outfitters, because that's already in the Bonton Mall, but I think it's called Urban Planet. And there's Boscov's over there. Okay, thanks for watching.